Right. Good afternoon. I'd like to start the meeting, call the order, regular select board meeting, July 21st, 6 p.m. here at the town hall. We need to adopt the agenda. Any corrections, additions to the agenda? Hearing none, do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
Second.
Approve minutes. Oh, yes, I skipped it. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Approve minutes of the regular meeting on July 7th, 2025. Any corrections, additions to those minutes? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting for July 7th?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The minutes are accepted. Highway report. Award fire pond mowing bid. And we did get 2 bids.
I have them here for you to talk to these.
We wanna just review what the prices were, and also we had a concern of the first one, I think.
So there was Gopher's Excavation L3C, and their low bid was $505. And then the second one was Record Property Management LLC, and their bid total was $775. And I was asked to call the Gopher's Excavation just because we didn't recognize that name. They are based out of Grand Island, but they have a travel crew that can potentially do the mowing down here. They're talking with them, I felt like they were qualified for the work, but then after looking through their bid a little bit more, they do not carry a workers' compensation policy. I reached out to them just to kind of bring that to their attention and see if they have anything, to say about that, and their response was that they're exempt because he doesn't have any employees. He subcontracts everything out, and then had said that he will be doing the mowing himself more than likely. So this kind of leads back to earlier conversations about hiring companies with workers' compensation policies. I have some hesitations about that, but I'll leave that up to you to discuss.
Well, it doesn't sound like he has much of a traveling crew if he's.
That's what
It's something, yeah, I think if he doesn't have work with company, can't hire him, so.
I agree,
It's just one more, we're awarded for us,
yeah.
Are you making the motion?
yes, yeah, I'll make a motion to hire record property maintenance.
Seconded.
And all those in favor of record doing the mowing at the pond, fire pond? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Lisa, you're here. Did you have anything you wanted to comment on?
No,
Thank you.
we got workman's comp because that was one of the requirements to work for municipality, and we don't have any employees.
Makes it tricky for sure.
Yes, we have.
All right, need to update truck number 4, repair update. I have not heard anything since I met with them last week. Talked about the cost of the repair. And I spoke with Nate, and he gave me a copy of the warranty. We have a bumper to bumper warranty. Unfortunately, some of that warranty will not cover the repair of the truck because of lack of, I guess, some of the damage underneath from the hose rotted out, had a leak. We didn't notice the leak. So I spent about 25 minutes with him talking about what they can do, what could be covered. So he's doing an extensive search on the warranty of maybe getting us some money towards this repair. And Colby, I did ask if you had gotten in touch with Nate.
No.
You hadn't.
Part of this warranty is the stuff on the unit building, this company.
We have a maintenance program for it, but I mean, it's the part that rotted out is something that you can't really see underneath the truck. I
Yeah,
mean,
but if they have a checklist, do they?
well, when he did under the truck, I mean, it was, yeah, well, I don't know how to explain it. It says we have a once a week, or if not, if we can't do it once a week, we do it once every other week. Go through grease the products. And when you're underneath the truck greasing it, you pretty much see everything you can see that you need to see, and so. When he just had done a service on the truck. A couple days prior to this happening, so,
That's kind of my point.
yeah, I mean,
If
he
you're
didn't see it, he
service
didn't
on it,
see
then
it,
it's
so.
Something you see.
I feel like if he didn't see it, then I mean. It's something that just went all of a sudden, but.
Well, I told him you had not seen any leaks. It was greased 2 days before.
Mm,
When you brought it in, having it sit there, it did leak.
yeah, well, that was after it, oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
And he felt that a vehicle like that has to have good maintenance and repair on a regular basis, and they felt some of that repair either was not done or it was just corroded enough that caused it. So he said he's gonna take time to really look at the warranty and see if there's anything that would help.
we had a long discussion with the guy about. Maintenance.
It's really, yeah, it's important to do the regular maintenance, but also record everything.
Yeah.
If I had that in my hand
Yeah, I have
that
it
day, I
stopped,
didn't have it, so
but,
we talked.
yeah,
Does this company do this as well?
it does, but I mean, the price of them doing it would be ungodly, but we have a book for each truck at the shop, and every piece of equipment, actually, even the water pumps, we have a book. And every time we go through something, it gets written in there, the date, what you did to it. So all oil changes, all the big services, greasings aren't put in there because you'd have 150 pages of just greasing the truck. So we don't put those in there, but everything else, like windshield wiper goes under there and stuff like that, put in that book.
Would you write greasing down on your timesheets? Would that be something?
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
on our
form
time
of-
sheet, it'll say truck
Record.
service or something like that.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's helpful.
More evidence we have.
Yes, whatever we have.
This sounds like it was more of a, it didn't get washed ordeal as good, and
You have to wash underneath.
it's hard to get underneath the truck, and, I mean. Who's gonna do when you wash your car, do you lay underneath it and wash it? I mean, it's hard to get underneath those trucks and wash them, no,
Can't put them on a lip.
no. Well, lady looked at the lift today for them to wash them, and it's $18,000 for a lift, so, yeah, it wouldn't be worth it in that time
So
frame.
they haven't shut the door on some warranty coverage.
Yes.
No, it's still open, they're gonna research, the part that they took out or you ordered. There could be some money coming back there, but he didn't think so because it was probably seized.
We looked at a couple of options of ways to make it easier, but a lot of people use like pits, they try to trust on pits, but we can't have them, a state don't let you have a pit, so.
On a dangerous.
Yeah, but then that's, I mean, it's a lot easier to maintain a truck like that if you have one. But, so. And we're gonna try some new things, we're gonna build some blocks to drive the trucks on in the shop. And then we'll be able to work underneath them better with that, so. We're gonna try some new things, but. All around, otherwise, maintenance on that truck is good. In my eyes is good.
And he went through, trucks like this, go through a lot on the dirt roads and on the chemicals that was put on the road.
Really sprayed chloride in that truck.
So. You know, he understands,
Yeah.
but we did have a very good conversation about it.
I will say, if you go down there and look at our trucks next to the other trucks, the other town trucks, a lot of our trucks look a lot better than most every other town's truck.
Do you know roughly when we might hear back from him?
No, but I could give him a call tomorrow.
Do you wanna do that?
I can call him, 'cause I was waiting for his email and I hadn't gotten it.
Okay.
I'll call him.
I have a question, please. When we were looking at those pictures
Yeah.
of the radiators,
Mhm.
coolers, I guess they're coolers, and it looked like they were just compacted with mud and dirt. Can they be blown out somehow?
Well, yeah, you gotta get underneath the truck to do it, so lots of, that's one of the things we talked about. His truck is the only truck that has that on it. All the other trucks don't have that on, because that truck's 4-wheel drive. For some reason, we decided to buy a 4-wheel drive truck quite a few years ago, and they never hold up, they always fall apart. I know the town of Ludlow's replaced the front end and the transfer case in their 4-wheel drive truck 4 or 5 times. It's just when we replace this truck, it will no longer be a 4-wheel drive truck. It'll be a 2-wheel drive truck, and we won't have that, it won't be a transfer case cooler underneath the truck. So that'll help a little bit with that, but, I mean, it's hard to get to and up under there and. Things, but we're gonna have to work on it a little better. Definitely.
Thank you.
Yep.
Do you have anything?
Meanwhile, shouldn't we get the truck fixed? It ain't gonna make any difference, but they say.
No, it's gonna be fixed, just waiting for the part.
I already ordered it.
So they're gonna,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
transfer case is coming. So it should, I'm hoping it should, I don't know, do you wanna ask about that, or you want me to ask about the wait time?
I can ask it.
Okay.
I thought that they'd said that they could have it by the end of the week if they.
They did. They told me the end of last week, they thought they could have it back together, so.
So they said it was outside yesterday, so.
Yeah, I know if they were gonna call, if it's done, they call nonstop until you go down and get the thing, so.
Truck number 3, request for proposals.
I sent those out, Colton and I worked on them last week, hopefully you have a chance to look at it. You wanna go over anything on it specifically?
You have any questions about it?
Oh, Kobe, can you summarize what you're doing for that truck?
Switching it from a 3/4 ton to a 1 ton with a new plow and sander, that's gonna be it, cause we have a little plow, and the 3/4 ton we have now. But this one's gonna be, it's a road plow, so it weighs a lot more, so it's gonna be a bigger truck, but other than that, I mean. I don't really have much else to sum up on it.
Well, it was upgraded, we're gonna have enough money in the capital budget to pay for it.
I talked to Tim about it a little bit, should we look at the numbers there should be plenty and more than enough.
I spoke with Hardy on the phone today and he mentioned, we have budgeted $60,000 to use particularly for this truck. That was estimating an $80,000 new vehicle with a $20,000 trade-in value. Those are just ballpark numbers, but
I think we have the truck, we can get the truck for under 80,000.
But you're gonna get the sander.
Well, if I can't get the sander this year, then I'll wait till, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but when we let it out the bids, you're gonna specify what we.
There's no sander in the bid,
No sander in the bid.
and no plow in the bid either, cause the companies that we're gonna get the truck from can't get the plow or sander. So,
So if we have to buy another plow, or we,
I have a plow for now, I can run the plow that we have now. If I have to, but we at least should get a plow for it, cause the plow we have is the homeowner's plow. It really is not taking it very well.
I would think your package would include what you want on the truck.
Well, they can't get an Everest plow from any pickup dealership. You'd have to go into a big truck top, but
We have to have ever,
Well, it's it's the only plow company that makes plow for that truck for a road. Unless you wanna get a V plow, which is still not a road plow. Even more work parts on it to wear out.
the companies don't sell plows with the trucks.
They do, they're not road plows, they're driveway plows for homeowners and. This is it's a mini version of our dump truck plows. It's, oh, I plan on the plow is gonna stay. So, after this, once we get the plow, the sander too, there's small parts that are gonna wear that you can replace on. And so they'll
If you add
stay,
the price of the plow and the sander to the truck, and that's some more dollars involved, that's what I'm trying to get at.
well, you gotta have to have a plow.
Are we gonna create a
That's,
proposal for plows?
Yeah.
Should we create a
You wanna make another one for the plow?
I think you have to, don't
I
you?
would think you'd have bid out for the plow and the sander too, so we know what we're talking about.
Like a package deal.
Yeah.
Or if they come from two different places, but we need to know the total.
We'll have to call the dealership to find out if they can go through these companies. I know they go through Fisher,
Yeah,
but I don't know about Everest.
but you're talking another $15,000 to $20,000, with the
Well, that's
plow.
why I said not saying, if we can't get a purchase sander, we can't purchase sander.
So what are you gonna do with the 3/4 ton truck without the sander and
We
the,
still need it for the plow, the one time.
so the 3/4 truck's just gonna,
Our truck,
Could be true.
that's a trade-in truck. We're gonna trade that in for this truck. This truck's this 3/4 ton truck is up for its time. Actually, it was up, when was it,
I think it was for this current fiscal year.
Yeah.
So,
I think you need to get bids on the sander and a plow.
I can call
If you
them,
can- if
I'll
you can
call
hold
them tomorrow
off.
morning and see if they can get a one.
or
They can't, I guess it's separate.
Yeah, if they can't get the plow, then we won't get the plow, I guess, we'll have to just go
we
with the regular
write
pickup
another,
plow, I guess.
wouldn't we just write another bid? RFP?
Just for plowing,
I
sander.
think we have, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't we have to do that?
Yeah.
That's,
Any other questions on this, proposal? If not. Fully what other things have you been doing? We've got your 2 week,
Unemployment grant for the 2025 year is finished this morning. Called rip wrap in for the project, we're gonna start tomorrow morning, should only take the day to do. For a rip wrap up on Tinker's Brook, cover washout. I met Scott last week about those, and then, plan on moving the excavator to Hall Range Road after that, and. So pretty much on my 2 week evaluation, you're gonna see mowing and grading and Hall Ranch Road. The next probably 3 to 4 weeks, I'd say.
where you've got to pick up trees at Stagecoach.
Yeah, the guys are gonna do that on Friday.
You finished the grant on Paul Ranch or not?
Yes, we did it. Oh, no, we're starting on the grant on Hall Ranch.
Mowing on Middletown and Otis?
Yeah, Middletown's done. Otis is not even done yet. He's gonna go out tomorrow. We'll do some more. I believe he's gonna start on Eastern Road tomorrow.
And you're gonna finish up on grading?
Yeah, Great Eastern Road's also getting graded tomorrow.
How was your meeting with Scott Jensen?
Good, so we got approached,
And what was that for again?
the river on one, right into Burke.
In Clearbrook. And you were busy today.
Very busy this morning.
Um. they cut the trees or,
They come out, they just cut them off the lines and I cut them up on the road and David shoved them out of the loader for him.
now, are those gonna be removed by, is it GMP or?
No, we're removing it. They're gonna remove it on, the guys are gonna remove trees on, there's 2 trees on Hingham Brook that need to be picked up, there's one on that. The one on Stagecoach, sorry, that one is gonna take them probably the rest of the day. I mean, I mean, it's gonna take most of the day to clean that mess up. That's huge tree up
Is
there,
that from the storm yesterday?
no, that's from 2 weeks ago. We're trying to move the excavator out of where it was to get down there to do it.
So the trees that came down to block Middletown and, Hinkley Brook, those weren't from the storm?
No, there was no tree on, Milltown, tree came down on Hazel Brook. And pulling the wire and nothing broke it, there goes out this Middletown Road.
Oh,
We also got a report that there was a tree down on Myers on Cambridgeport Road. This was like early afternoon. I forgot to tell you, so you might wanna check that one, there's probably more tree debris that.
Okay.
Okay.
Take a look at it, did anyone notify GMP?
Yeah, I called.
Okay, yeah,
It's between Misty Drive and that farm with the big pond, the house like around.
oh, Matt's old place,
Yeah.
yeah. I can check it tomorrow morning.
Okay.
So GMP did the wires, okay? I mean, they.
I never get a report back when they're
Oh,
done, but they were notified, as soon as we got the call, so. Hopefully they made it out there.
what about the, on 121, the mudslide, rockslide?
I see a couple more rocks came down. That you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah, Friday, I also told them if they had time to stop there with the backhoe and just scoop them up from the truck. I think it's just, if they're gonna keep doing it until they get settled completely,
okay.
but it hasn't moved. Those came down 2 days after we finished, I believe, and then it hasn't moved, so. I think it's gonna be.
You think we're okay?
Yeah,
Next.
it actually, it looks like it's drying out now, there's not as much water running in the ledge, so hoping that it's not just cause we haven't had any rain, but.
It's been lucky.
And 121 Twin Bridges, that's
Yeah,
a big difference.
They are.
Yeah.
We picked up some shoulder material last week, and we're gonna do some shoulder material down there. A couple of spots where there's a big drop off the edge of the blacktop. But it's
Where's it?
we're shoulder material, just kind of down there on the new blacktop. I'm just waiting till they get the 35 done too, so I can do all of it at one time. I'll have to keep resetting the truck's gonna put a bit of side chute in the truck, so when you run, you can run out the bed chain on the side of the road, so you don't make a mess. And it just takes a minute to set the trucks up, so I'm waiting till they're done completely paving to start that up.
So have you, or will you be doing some patching of the potholes, Townsend Road and?
Yep, they did today.
From some last week, I think.
Yeah, they did a bunch last week. As of right now, everything should be pretty much patched up, so.
And how is the, paving in the village, is that gonna be finished up?
They're done. And School Street and Pleasant Street, or Back Street. And then up here, I think they're done now too,
Seems so,
yeah.
kind of,
But the looks of it, they're moving equipment to 35 today, so.
Okay. Anything else, Colby?
What's that for me?
Anybody else here have any concerns for the highway or roads while you're here? Thank you, Colby. Yeah. Sheila?
Skipped one other thought.
Sorry, review project management proposal for Wyndham Regional Commission for a Town Hall MERT project.
I'll give a quick overview on that. So a few months ago, we signed a grant agreement for the municipal energy resilience program. That grant agreement. We have just over $55,000 there, okay. And we have some money, built into that grant for, administrative costs. Such as, project management or engineering expenses, anything like that. So Wyndham Regional Commission has helped us up until this point. And going forward, we had just spoken about, having a more set, scope of work for project management for this program. So I'll pass it over to Anand. He's here from Wyndham Regional Commission, to kind of help talk about this project.
Thank you all for having me. Do you want me to stay here or?
You can drop to the mic if you want.
Sure.
We're standing.
Yeah, so thank you, Morgan, for the introduction. Yeah, so my name's Anand. I'm part of the Generations.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
So my name's Anand. I work at Wyndham Regional Commission. I'm part of our kind of MERC team. And that consists of myself and my colleague Mike McConnell. Up until this point, WRC has been playing kind of a loose, I'd say, like regional coordination role as far as the MERP program, but recently we've recognized that a lot of towns, I think due to like capacity limitations, whether they be staff capacity or volunteer capacity, could maybe make use of more direct project management support. And yeah, I'm here to talk about that idea. Put together a proposal with a kind of bundle of services that would, you know, comprise that that service, and yeah, have to answer questions around it and just talk more generally about the grant. But say a couple things that I'm trying to consistently keep in my mind as far as the MERP program goes. There is a March 31st of 2026 deadline by which all towns have to have vendors under contract for the work outlined in their grant scope of work, and then the ultimate deadline is December 31st of 2026, by which all grant funds are going to be out the door and their project work needs to be complete, where there needs to be sufficient documentation provided to the state that work is well underway. So this is kind of a rapidly moving implementation phase. There's kind of a strong sense of urgency right now, and yeah, we're trying to essentially meet different towns where they're at in the process, and as far as their capacity goes, meet them at their level of need as far as playing a more direct role. So yeah, Wyndham Regional Commission provides municipal project management services consistently to towns. And for the MERP program, I don't want to regurgitate information that's in the scope, but I'll just give kind of a broad overview. We assist picking up from where you all are at now, undertaking a phased approach to project management. We'd assist with putting together a project budget timeline, a detailed scope of work that would inform a bid document of some sort. I can talk a little bit more about this later on as well, but I think part of the idea of us switching to this model is organizing multiple towns that have been awarded MERP funds to potentially inform a collective bid. Not to say that that's the route that Grafton has to go down by any means, but it's an idea that we've recognized as potentially being a good way to coordinate across the region. In addition to that, we'd continue to kind of collaborate with state parties that have been pretty important in this program, whether it be Department of Buildings and General Services. We're very familiar with them. We have consistent meetings with them and know how they operate. we're willing to, we've done this multiple times, in fact, we've done it for Grafton's, we've amended the scope of work of the grant agreement and worked with BGS to do that. In a case like Grafton's, right, you had a level 1 audit conducted on this building, which may or may not be a sufficient basis to inform a document. I know Morgan and I have talked about trying to get a blower door test for the facility and getting a more comprehensive level 2 audit. If there were different recommendations that resulted from that, you need to go through BGS to be able to get approval, and so we can assist on that end. And yeah, again, I don't want to reiterate within this too much, but we assist throughout procurement, assist with construction and monitoring, and ultimately close out for a December 31st final project date. So this, as Morgan said, is a service that's kind of already bundled into your grant agreement, and in a sense is already something you have money to support. And I'm happy to talk about how that shapes out as far as like the grant itself and the dollar amount, but I'm happy to field questions at this point. Happy to discuss this concept. Yeah, I'm sure.
What is the projected cost for the WRC to do the project management?
So we are expecting this to take around 80 to 100 hours. Given that the contract that we lay out, basically we say that our projected cost will not exceed $10,080, which is the total soft cost amount. A couple things to keep in mind there. So we are hoping to project manage for multiple towns, which I think creates an opportunity to make certain services more efficient, right? And we want to keep the dollar amount as low as possible. We know that this is it's a $55,000 grant. It's not incredibly large, so we want to try and keep that number as low as possible. The other thing I'll mention is Wyndham Regional Commission has a separate pot of funding through a contract with the state that we have access to help with applications, like we assisted with Grafton's application to receive the grant, and various other kind of line items. One of those is a fairly broad category, which I actually pulled the contract because I think it's useful information. Under technical assistance, we're able to provide to municipalities using this separate funding. We're able to provide consulting services and guidance during the project delivery process, i.e. planning, design, and construction, unquote. So that, in my mind, is broad enough to bundle in some project management related tasks as part of a separate funding source altogether. And we're going to try and work with the town, and I don't want to say game the system, but essentially use as much of our regional funding to support this project as we feel like we can reasonably do. I know that was not an easy question, and it's not an easy answer to give at this point, because realistically, we would anticipate a project management budget to be in excess of the soft cost amount. But with all of these other factors at play, I think we're going to be able to keep it low, hopefully, and minimize the time that we charge to this 20% pot.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I understand it, you would look at what other towns are doing in part of the other vendors of cost, the ethics for these costs.
Yeah, that's the idea. I think there are advantages and disadvantages to that approach. In my mind, one thing I'm fearful about is there not being a ton of contractor capacity in this region to support. There's 22 municipalities in our region, all going for insulation, weatherization, what have you. And contractors have year-long waiting lists for, you know, certain specializations, right? So we want to do everything in our power to try and leverage, hopefully multiple projects, multiple towns, at once to, attract contractors. And I think it's also an opportunity for cost savings and for efficiency as well. We're able to coordinate, throughout the region, so, that's the idea there, yeah.
I have a question on, the grant's 55,000.
Yep.
And you take the percentage for your consulting. If the blowback test proves to be something that is gonna cost more money, what does that, where do we go with that?
So there is a, prioritization kind of baked into this grant that's, kind of implicit, it's, you know, in BGS's materials, but, what they, are looking for towns to do, and this is based on, Act 172, which is the enabling legislation for this grant. You, as a town, need to prioritize, primarily thermal envelope work, efficiency,
Mhm.
then HVAC improvements, then mechanicals and lighting, and then, you know, this isn't the case for grafting because you didn't get funding for like a battery, but like a resilience measure would be at the lowest priority. So if you got an audit, and, or a level 2 audit, and it gave you different information from the scope of work, you basically, you know, work with us and BGS to create a project priority list, based on what's gonna give you the most efficiency savings, per upgrade. And that's also a part of the equation where, Efficiency Vermont can hopefully enter in and provide, analysis for what measures are going to be the most efficient, and, you know, that's of course what we advise as well, whatever is going to save the town the most, energy and money in the long run, prioritizing that is something we'd like to see, so. Yeah,
So you get as far down the list as you can.
that's exactly the approach, yeah.
Any other questions for?
Um. Yeah. Thank you for,
Thank you for
hearing me
your
speak.
Thank you.
coming here and explaining it.
Yeah, of course.
Good job.
Should we make are we ready to make a decision on who will hire renovations? Or not, or how we proceed with that?
What's the board's feeling? Do you wanna make a motion on this, or do you wanna wait?
Personally, I'm a big believer in project management and it seems to be today. You know, that's not done. When the regional commissioners work with and have the knowledge and experience. So I would make a motion that we would use them to the project management. Workforce grant for us
I agree with you. I also, the timeline is
Right,
fine.
to.
I think it's tight, so I would be, based on that, I would second your motion.
so we have a motion. For Wyndham Regional to, help with the management proposal, from Merck. For our building, the town hall. All those in favor?
Uh,
Any opposed? The ayes have it. So you need any kind of paperwork signed? You guys can sign.
There is a contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll print that, and you'll likely, is it the chair would have to sign it?
Yes.
Okay, we'll sign it tomorrow or some point this
Okay.
week.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Okay.
Anything from, Tim, for clerk and treasurer?
No, I mean, for
Any other business?
committee reports.
Say, cemetery. I did reach out to, Austin. There's a stone at Holtonville Cemetery. I think at Burgess too. One of the stones are down. he was gonna talk to Kim about, having those repaired to Benton Hennessy. I haven't heard anything. Have you heard anything today?
Kim's on vacation, so we likely won't hear anything until next week.
And there's a fence that Austin's gonna repair and, I believe, Oatonville Cemetery.
So this, Houghtonville, it looked like the fence repair was done, I thought there was gonna be a new fence, covering a new section. Is that, like,
That was,
Wait, that-
that's those way back, you're gonna measure it off and put a new fence up, but it never went very far.
okay. I did see those burgers, they look pretty good.
The rest of the fence is didn't repair.
Yeah.
And then,
See this down.
I did, Houghtonville, I didn't really see. Well, there may have been stone, you know.
Yeah, I can find
Stone.
stuff.
But in Middletown, there is, well, there's a few stones that probably need some attention.
Oh.
There's one monument that is just down and
At
it's starting
Middletown?
to sink into the ground, it's shouldn't take a while, I think. But. Yeah, that one was gonna require some lifting. So, there's some.
I think Kim knows about that because we had, was it Mike Waysville last year do some stonework and he didn't have the means to lift that one in particular. So I think she's aware of it. I don't know if she's asked Fenton Hennessy or not, or where that stands.
I mean, I think it could have.
I don't think there's any good way to get into with any equipment to fix it.
Yeah, I don't think so either, because it's way down the front end.
Yeah.
I think it's capable, you know, 6 or 7 people could probably lift it, but we'd have to find it out.
No, no.
That's
The count was there.
Just kidding.
Let's turn it
Yeah,
to
if you have
Pete.
somebody that knows what they're doing, and it came off clean, I think it just needs to be epoxied back on. I have a picture of it actually.
Is that something that Benton Hennessy would try to find somebody to do that does heavy work like that?
Themselves.
I have no idea. I don't know what,
No, I'm not saying, I mean, they might have knowledge of other people that might.
I don't know what they typically can or can't do.
And for the repairs, stone repairs, I believe they just had the boys do it, but I'm not 100% sure, so.
When you say the boys at Benton Hennessy.
Yeah, the son and the nephew.
Oh,
And then there's another really old stone that was just, you know.
splitting.
Yeah, it looks like it was epoxy maybe originally, but I was on it. So, but that would probably be a specialty repair as well.
Is that also in Middletown?
Yes. That's right. My sister Cheryl has been doing a lot of veteran research and I've been helping her, so we're out there, looking at that, and just kind of check on the rest of the stones. Yeah, there's a few that need attention too. And there are some that are. I'm not sure they ever have wording, like, some of them are so old, I think they just made from stones. And maybe there was something scratched on them originally. There's a very old section in there that you can't really read them and, I'm not sure there's anything to be down there.
Shading. It's the old trick, the old cemetery trick. Seriously.
Oh, the,
Squeegee and shading trick.
I don't think that's gonna work. out.
Maybe one on this, yeah, it does it, but
It's I think that's the oldest cemetery, or is Bruce? I'm not sure.
Which one, Middletown?
Middletown,
Yeah.
it used to be called Middletown.
So Morgan, can you reach out to Austin about Middletown stones, just so he's
Yeah,
aware?
I'm just worried that we're gonna have to go through Fenton Hennessy to get all of those repaired. I don't think Austin does any stone repair.
No, but he should be aware that those stones are down, that's what I'm saying. He only told me those two.
Yeah, and Houghtonville, one of the little corner markers has come up out of the ground, and he's got a black bow over fence. So maybe you should,
what did you call it, a what marker?
corner marker,
Oh, corner.
yeah. Yeah, the little black corner marker, shooting box.
Hmm.
Well, one of them's kind of popped out over there.
But I think that's mine.
Right next month.
Yeah, I just got a piece out of it.
Yeah. I think the mower blade whacked it or something.
Parks Committee, anything?
The mowing, they were able to finish the mowing up at the village park, it looks great, dried out enough, so.
That's kind of smoothed out now, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems better, but I didn't go there with a fine tooth comb, but they got further in. Which is great, appreciate it.
Highway Committee, anything on the highway?
I wanted to talk about the additional paving.
Yep.
I sent an email earlier last week. So Colby had marked out 2 spots, kind of right in front of the farm, the Russian farm. I think it was like 650 feet in length.
650, and there's 800 something.
A little bit farther down. And so I talked with Basin Brothers and we put together a rough estimate. We're thinking it would cost to do a 1-inch shim, so they wouldn't be going down as far as what they're doing right now. Essentially, they would just be adding material on top.
So yeah, mill the end pieces off where
Okay.
it goes into the nice blacktop, but they're only gonna mill like a 25-foot section on each end, so that it's
And
a
then just do one.
nice transition.
Okay, so the rough cost for that work would be around like $19,000. I kind of estimated high at 20 or 25. So then I called Hardy today with the capital budget and we spoke quite a bit about if there's even available funds to put towards this project. And we had money aside for grant funding for the Fisher Hill culvert, so there's $60,000 there that we declined the grant, so we're not doing that. But essentially there is money available, it would all just come out of the highway structures program. So within that, it's not set in stone what that money in concrete or whatever. Yeah, what it can be used for.
The culvert break. Sure.
Yeah, well, there's money.
Or the money that the budget had to go with the grant.
It wasn't like you only can use this money for that, so. I don't know if I'm explaining it poorly, but
I
there's
don't know what he said, 'cause I can't hear
the money for the grant, does it have to be used for the grant or can it be used?
But you've also got $30,000 there that you put aside for a trailer, which you're not using too. There's plenty of money for that project and it should be done because
Yeah,
every day somebody comes up to me and wants to know why we're not paving that stretch where both sides of it.
They're paying.
Okay.
Really, yeah, if you don't do something with it, next year after, it's gonna be a total disaster. It should be done.
So,
That is, I'm sorry.
but this money, if we, okay, I agree with you, we need to do it, is there? I know we've been talking about potential emergencies coming up and other kinds of things like that, is this at that level? That, I just wonder if we're using this money now, will we regret it and when we need it for a bridge or a culvert later, we just don't know, we don't know. But you know what I'm saying, it's like,
Yeah, we do know the road's been deteriorating.
we do know that, I know, I just wanna make sure that if we go use sort of this little loop out of the pot of money. That we're not in 5 months' time going, dang, wish we had that.
Is that quote based on them already being here? Is it?
because they're here
Mhm.
right now.
So if we were to
And
get
it's gonna,
an answer tomorrow, they were hoping to get Chester Road done and then just go out and finish. And then be done in Grafton for the rest of the season.
right. And also that skin would last, what, 5 to 6 years?
I'd say minimum of 5 years. But it could go longer than that, there's. David, we were just talking about today, there was one section that they did a shim coat on. In town, I can't remember what section it was now, he said it, but it's been going on for, I think, it's 7 years now, and it's not terrible, so. You never know, and down there, the gravel is really good down there. road doesn't really move a lot, so they might, who knows, might get 10 years out of it, you never know. But,
Well, we had roughly estimated it at much higher than what this estimate is right now, so.
Yeah.
I guess because they're here, let's get it done. And after it's done, if there's potholes that happen anywhere on these new paved roads or the existing paving, you need to repair them with doing the potholes.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then the road deteriorates more, so.
How long is this new?
what's that?
650 feet to 850 feet. to-
Well, so the section in front of Rush Farm is 650 feet roughly. Haven't, yeah,
And then, right by the house just past the farm going towards Cambridgeport, the stretch right in front of that house is 850 feet.
50.
This for both.
mhm.
Yeah, so that cost estimate was for both sections.
Do you need a motion or something?
You want a motion? I'll make the motion to repair the, on 121, 650 feet. And the 850 feet of road on 121 by Basin.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion's carried. Personnel committee? I don't have anything right now, maybe. Any flood update, Morgan? July 2023 flood update?
I saw an email come in this afternoon. I didn't get a chance to read it, but did you?
I read it, I didn't like what it said, but then. But then a little while later, another one came in and they had made a mistake. They thought there was a change of scope of the work. And if that was the case, then you had to reapply for FEMA for the change. And FEMA is so far behind that it would be weeks before you got an answer from them. So the project would be put off till next year sometime. But then they look at it again and they see there wasn't a change in scope, so. It still is not going that well, but, we're still having trouble with Stevens and Stevens, getting onto the project and the environmental part of it and all he needs an answer from Rebecca, who's in charge of that, whether it's in the wetlands or not the wetlands.
They got it marked out.
And it's been going on for 3-4 weeks now, and if I was them, I'd pick up the phone and ask them, you know, what's the problem? Because what's happening is you're not gonna get it done this year, it's gonna go into next year. And there's no reason for it not to be done this year. But, I guess I'll have second thoughts of hiring Stevens again. But
Can we call them? Can you call them?
Oh, we,
all of them, and their big thing now is they get back to Morgan Friday. Cause Morgan is near Friday.
I can't hear you.
Can you forward your phone?
He did, the last sentence from Zach was, if you had anything else to, for him to email him, so I would call him again and ask him,
Okay.
why can't he get on the phone with Rebecca and get an answer?
Okay, hold on.
He did say that the scheduled date would be the end of July, for letting it out to bids. And that's coming right up.
Yeah,
But they can't put it out to bid until they get a wetland determination
Right.
from this Rebecca lady, so
And they can't complete the scope of the work, so
it's all held up in one person.
Is she around this area or is she?
yeah.
Scott said she lives local. But I don't think there's many of them throughout the state, so I'm sure her workload is busy.
She's the one that put out the big call, big flags.
No, I think Stevens and Associates did all the flags.
Awesome.
Okay, anything else you wanna say about that, John?
Hmm.
Anything else on this? Animal control for 2026 contract.
Yes, so we finally got the contract for the animal control services, so that's actually for any, vicious dog bites, just to name one service that she does. We have we budgeted $2,000 for this contract. And at the time in the fall, that was kind of a shot in the dark. Of course, we didn't have a set number. We now have a set number and that contract total is $2,261. So we are a shortfall of $261 for this contract. We talked to Kim, we both feel that her services are really valued, and I don't wanna advocate for going over the budget, because that's never good practice, but. We do like the security of having Ashley available if we need her.
Any questions or thoughts on the contract? I know in the past, this was as much as 35 when we first started, this. Depends on different towns.
Yeah, it's like a membership
Yeah.
based stuff, the more towns involved, the
Right.
less it is.
So you need a motion?
Yes, and then I would need a signature.
I'm gonna make a motion to, secure the animal contract for 2026 at $2,261. I'll make that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor of the animal control contract for 2026? Any opposed? Contracts. Any other business?
I have one thing.
I have something.
Okay. So we had talked recently about having Joe DiBernardo do a survey on the town property, and he got back to me with a price for that. His total cost came in at $2,800 to do a full boundary survey of the town hall parcel. I don't know time frame, so I can ask him in the morning. But that's what the cost would be to get the property survey.
How, where would this? Where is this in the budget?
Yeah, so I also talked to Hardy about this today. We do have money set aside for buildings and repairs for the town hall, so that money would come out of capital.
And it is available?
Yes.
Okay.
How big is the lot?
It's pretty much the building plus our little parking strip,
So it's just.
yeah.
Mhm.
So if we would like to go through with that, I would just need a motion to hire July.
Is this sort of work too for?
Uh,
Why is?
it's for the work on the fires.
So we can put the fire escape in that we have the right boundaries for the opposing neighbor.
So that we know exactly what our boundary lines are.
This is sort of a due diligence.
Yeah.
Because our fire escape goes beyond our boundary line. Correct? Well, we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. Ugh.
How far up is the park street? Where is it going?
4 or 5 feet.
What?
Estimated, we don't,
This
we've
is
never
not
had a survey
special.
done on this property, so we don't know exactly where that line lies. We have a rough estimate, but she did
No.
right on the back.
On the back,
So
back of the wall.
Needs,
Yeah.
objection.
The neighbor.
Is it the
This
abutters?
was the next step that our attorney kind of recommended that we do.
Yeah.
So we just got pricing from Joe.
So For the neighborhood.
Yes.
And our septic is on that property too.
No. No,
I have no reason for them.
It's kind of like an L shape.
I don't know what to think.
I think there was concerns that if we didn't do the survey and we put the handicap staircase on in
Fire escape.
fire escape, sorry.
Yeah.
We would have, could be an issue with a,
And
A lawsuit.
I find it recommendable.
it was, the attorney recommended that we take this step.
Speaking of that, what are we gonna do about our town attorney? I think the last meeting he had, which was 3 weeks ago or so, we give him 3 things to do. And none of them had been done. Now, Kate Morat, I would be really upset. She has called and asked, and what's their answer? We're waiting for return. How many times can you say that?
So he never scheduled.
He never scheduled anything in those 3 things. He's done nothing on them.
Wow.
We were-
When is that meeting? That
Yeah,
special meeting on Monday?
it was on Monday, a few weeks
It
ago.
was about 2.5 weeks ago.
I've emailed and called the office a number of times since then.
Does he have other attorneys working under him?
No response. I get the secretary that he was out of the office for a doctor's appointment and that she passed the message along, but haven't gotten anything back from him. I don't know if he has other attorneys that work in the office with him.
Oh, isn't he the attorney for Springfield too?
I don't.
Hold on.
They had the same problem.
Sorry,
Oh, they have the same problem.
this was a problem before with the other attorney we have. It holds up everything here.
Is this survey critical to us doing or getting through the process to do this fire escape? Is that what I'm understanding?
Well, I mean, the way he explained it is we could. We're kind of grandfathered in, but
Yeah,
just to make the neighbor happy, we should do it and.
right.
That's
It's a lot of money
Remember the
to-
conversation.
I mean. We don't,
I think we gotta do the survey. We have no choice.
yeah,
It would be good to do the survey anyway, but I don't know.
probably smart to survey of this building,
um,
yeah. And even Ardo's the only choice.
I don't know many surveyors in the area.
I know he's the guy that everybody, he's been doing it forever here, I do know that, I just didn't know his work. No,
He was the only name that came up in conversation.
no, exactly, he's, I know the name, I get that, I was just looking at options.
So, let's not bypass the attorney. What are we gonna do about it?
About the attorney, not
Yeah.
about the survey.
I mean, we could just sit here and not do anything or what, but just,
Who has the relationship with them?
Who has the
Who has
relationship?
the relationship with them for. Select board, does anybody talk to, correct?
everybody I think talks to him, but he doesn't do anything.
Been in meetings with him, but I have not talked directly with him. I think Bill Kearns has had a relationship with him when he did a lot of work. Akuta did a lot of work with Springfield, so.
I don't hear.
I mean, I'm willing to go over to the office and knock on the door. You want me to do that, I will.
I don't know what the best recommendation is. I think somebody else other than myself calling his office might help.
Mhm.
Alright, no, I'll do that,
Okay.
it's fine.
And let them know that we have some concerns over the response time. How often do we, is that like a yearly budget item? Or you decide on-
It is. Yeah. We've used him a lot lately particularly for this fire escape project. But
What's
otherwise,
expensive, that's up.
Was this kind of recent issue response or was it
No,
always been?
no, it's been
Yeah.
always an issue. Or at least it's happened. I know you've been frustrated by it.
yeah. It's mostly frustrating because we have a. That, you know, details need to get worked out and. It's really discouraging to say, I'm sorry, we're waiting on the attorney to
And
get
it's
back
been
to us.
months, it's been months.
It's been since November of
Yeah.
last year.
Right, that's crazy.
Well, we decided on this attorney, were there a lot of options or is it a pretty narrow field?
We should have never got rid of the attorney we had.
Or responsible, what did issue or responsible?
Well, to my knowledge, we never had any trouble with the other attorney
I think he had a conflict with,
at the time.
At the
he was a-
time.
He's a foundation attorney, but
there was a
That's, is
conflict.
that no longer the case?
I don't think so.
Can we revisit the
We
attorney?
can,
Yeah, if we have somebody that we have a relationship and response, then we need to look at that in this urgent.
So we have a contract with this guy until the end of the budget, that contract?
I believe we do, I'll have to go back.
Okay.
and file
I
them,
think
and
that's a
can
good idea,
Give an update tomorrow.
shake things up. a little. But in the meantime, that property, the mill right there, that's crazy.
It is.
All of them, around with things.
On that, you're gonna talk to them and then we're gonna maybe review. Who's used based on contract and what. But
um,
then, I don't think we ever decided on the sort of.
I think we're not, I don't know if we're all completely in agreement that. With the board here, do we want the survey done after it's been recommended by the attorney? It's good sense to have the survey done for future stuff. Because our septic, and I don't know about the leach field, is on the next door neighbor's property, so that could be an issue too with,
I assume that's grandfather then.
I think it all is, but.
He used the language and I can't remember what it was
Yeah.
called.
Find out.
What's that?
I said that, you're just gonna find out.
Yeah, no, there's he said because it, with the septic and the leach field has preceded it.
Should be written in a policy
Regardless.
about that. Have
We
rights
have to have
and
access.
access to
It's
that.
like reverse something, I can't remember what word,
Adverse.
adverse ownership or something,
Yeah.
or adverse access, or.
I do know that if you're gonna take any action with property, you need to have a recent survey that you can stand on, so. I think I made a motion that we get the survey done.
I'll second it. All in favor of, DeBonara doing a survey. The town hall at $2,800.
Can I ask a quick question, when can you get that survey done?
I will ask in the morning, I did not get that. This is-
Yeah, cause he can be late too on getting back to us.
You seconded it?
No, I said,
You.
I'm asking,
Just about. The vote?
just to vote on the survey. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
The other business I had was just the concern about up at the fire pond, the late night white truck. Lots of beer cans, I guess. I haven't had a chance to walk up there. I've been away since I got this message. Any comments or what? We called the sheriff or what?
I did notify the sheriff, he said it's difficult for him to go out there unless he sees a vehicle or has a photo of a vehicle, but it's on his radar for sure.
I can give him a photo of which one it is.
Okay.
It's the same truck that goes up through Hinkley Brook every night, it spins up through there.
Right, and then was
He's a
running out at
resident.
the bottom, of Hinkley Brook. I mean, the corner, but now that's all paved over.
Huh?
A down one?
Yeah, it lives down the road.
Yeah, tell you what it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
I think if you had, I think you should just give him his name and then maybe you go have a conversation with him. I've asked him multiple times to stop tearing the road up and. He just laughs and then does it some more, so.
Well, the 10 o'clock at night, screaming down the hill and.
Yeah.
Waking up.
It's on the stop sign down at the new bridge all up too. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did not.
That's the one that.
Yeah.
Missed it.
Okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it doesn't look very neat.
They tore the backside of the Philip the other day pretty bad too.
Is it one truck or one?
It's, well, mainly one, but it's every once in a while they get a little group together and then they really get crazy in hell, but.
So are you aware of the other people? in the
I know all of them, but I can't really, I mean, I've talked to all of them. I talked to only one of them I talked to and it actually went through and it actually worked, but the rest of them, it didn't do anything, so.
I think that's a great idea to have the sheriff, or this person to visit. I think that's a great
Yeah,
idea.
it's the same time every night, is it? We're gonna.
Can't remember what it was, maybe on a Tuesday, Thursday schedule, I don't remember, but
Yeah, I don't know what time it is.
it's 10 to 10:15,
10 to 10:15?
that's what the comment was.
Wow, at least they're on time.
I know, that's that.
But if it is, so 15 minute one.
Yeah.
So you'll get the name
I'll get more.
and concerns to Morgan.
Thank you, good
So I
idea,
had,
it's a great idea.
thought of the sheriff also doing, going up there, but you said you called and they're not gonna do that.
Yeah, but if they have an individual's name, they'll go,
Okay.
make a visit.
Thank you, I don't have anything else.
Oh, any other business? Public comment.
So they take pictures of the people who tear up and down Kidder Hill Road and the ATVs that drive up and down Kidder Hill Road, they'll share it, pay attention to that, that's what I should do. I'm serious, because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would think so, especially if there's a like.
yeah, they put a gate.
Is yours
camera or
during the
something.
day? Could you see them, have you seen them?
Yeah, it's in the evening before dark.
Before dark, yeah,
And
this
the
is like,
ATVs are broad daylight, it's like they don't think it's a road. The other, there's also another problem going on down by the bridge after it breaks about dogs have going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about,
People are dumping dog bags.
Yeah.
by the which
By
bridge?
the bridge, by
Oh, Kidder Hill.
the beautiful covered bridge.
Yeah,
so what are they doing?
They're one,
It's
they
just dumping back.
don't wanna carry them around.
Dumping the dump.
In the river?
No,
No.
there's a section of the bridge that you can't, just they throw it down into it.
so they take their dog for a walk and put it in a bag and then dump the bag?
It's really nice
Nice.
bridge.
Jesus.
I can't, yeah, we tried to reach it the other day and I couldn't reach it.
We have.
It's really nice to work inside the bridge on a hot day.
So there's a lot.
Max, Max is up there, he's on the care about this, and, he apparently cleaned up a lot of it, but he's really angry about it.
I say we do DNA testing on it, find out.
Doggy DNA.
I think that-
I haven't seen it either, but I don't want to,
Jesus.
I don't know.
No, we saw it when we cleaned the bridge out, but he must have had a grabber or something, cause my arms were.
We have a grab, I'll let you. I'll go down there.
Yeah, you must just leave it where
Well,
it
it
was.
happens, but it
that
happens
way.
up on the trails too, people say, oh, good, yeah, I backed it up, I'm leaving here for
They
the
threw it-
phantom.
They took out my garbage on garbage day, on top of the garbage bags.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really a beautiful little town to look at.
I have one other public comment, and I wanna move on from that too fast.
Yeah, I had public comment.
I got a request from a resident. And I'll read the request and then I can kind of explain a little bit farther, so. I received this on Monday, July 7th, first thing in the morning, so it says. Good morning, Morgan, thank you for reading my previous letter to the select board at their last meeting and for posting it publicly. I understand that the select board will meet this evening. I wish to be heard at tonight's meeting as a citizen. My citizen request follows. I have sourced the complete constitution of the state of Vermont on the vermont.gov website. I have attached it to this email as a PDF. It runs as 12 pages. In advance of the meeting, please provide an electronic copy of the Constitution to all select board members, legal agents of the courts, and all town officials that may be reasonably expected to be in attendance and or otherwise participate. In advance of the meeting and given the nature of the agenda, please provide an electronic copy of the Constitution to all state, federal, utility, and or contract officials that may reasonably be expected to be in attendance and or otherwise participate. Please have at least 10 copies of the Constitution printed as a packet and generally available at the meeting. Please post one complete copy of the Constitution outside town hall this morning. Please read my citizen request out loud to the select board during the meeting and reference the handout packets available and the posting on town hall. At your discretion, you may read the complete Constitution out loud at the meeting. I do not object. Warm regards, Jim Jardine. So I responded to that and I apologized for not being able to read that at the last meeting. But we went back and forth, and so I have printed 10 copies of the full Constitution, and I have it on the little table at the top of the stairs. And then I also posted one copy on bulletin board outside on the porch last Monday. So that was the request. I told him that I would read it aloud, and that's that.
Yeah, to be clear, he also paid the
Yes,
printing costs.
yeah, he paid the cost for all of these to be printed.
To be clear about. Thank you.
Any other comments? Next regular meetings, Monday, August 4th, 2025 at 6 P.M. Need a motion to adjourn?
I just want to let you know, I'm gonna be at Phoenix at an IBM trade show for the next meeting, so.
I
I
also
will
want to
see
hear.
if I can zoom in, but I'm not sure. Depends on the schedule.
Okay,
I will also not be here. I am not zoom inable.
So there's still three.
are you guys gonna make it?
Probably.
All right,
This is coincidence.
thank you, Morgan, thanks everybody for attending.
We need a motion to adjourn.
So, motion to adjourn.
Yeah, you just gotta have one, yeah.
Oh,
So.
we voting and